Is this episode 115, Skylar?
Yes.
Hey, it's Risk On. It's Todd Ault and Jason Bartholomew. This is Risk On. This is a show about risk. Jason, do you think it's a show about risk?
Everything in life has risk.
Coinbase, $500 million beat on Coinbase. We are up on that name. It's rallying in our favor.
Yeah.
Although weirdly, I see Coinbase down 6.11 on the day. This is a strange report because I'm looking at an IB, but the stock is 274.36. We had a crushing day today. Finally, a good day. A crushing to the upside, by the way. I will walk you through it real quickly, although I probably will get kicked off of E-Trade. It is the 115th show. Today is the October 10th. No, excuse me.
Nope.
August 10th. What's wrong with me?
Nope.
August 10th, 2021. This is the second show back from the COVID infection that gripped our company, gripped our office. Nick, it's your first day back. Nick, say hello to the camera.
Hello, everybody.
Nick actually got COVID. Can we flip you up on the screen there? Oh, does it not work? Say hi, Nick.
Hi.
Unstoppable!
I don't see you though.
Holy sh!
I don't see you on camera. There's Nick. Say hi, Nick.
I'm usually changing the camera.
Nick, you lived, right? You lived through COVID?
Dude, that was loud.
Nick, what did you think of the plane ride back to New York?
It was amazing.
Was a good time?
It was beautiful.
What did you think about being in New York?
It was stinky, but it was really fun.
What about
Stinky.
wow? What
It
about the
was
NASDAQ?
stinky.
NASDAQ was amazing. I never thought I'd step foot on that.
There you go. We had a good time.
Look, that's him right there.
Nick. Nick, welcome back. You lived through COVID and gave it to your dad. That's all good though.
My
All right.
God.
Okay.
Wait,
Got him.
we can joke about it now, but it really wasn't a laughing matter.
We can
It
joke
was
about it
not.
now, but when people were in the hospital,
No.
we were not happy. But we're all one big happy family here.
The gang's all here.
Everyone lived, including Skyla.
Yeah.
My wife pointed out yesterday, I told them, keep people's secrecy about COVID. Oh, by the way, Skyla, how was your COVID? So apparently I
Yeah.
Yeah.
didn't keep it secret that long.
That's okay.
But when you're 20 years old, you can live through COVID.
Yeah.
Me at 51, I'd be dead.
Risk on.
Risk on, right?
You are fake news.
No, not really. A rip-roaring day in BCTX.
Correct.
Now, I want to talk to you about what the heck?
I'm
Look at
having
this.
trouble too.
Look at this thing's moving
Yeah,
here.
I'm having trouble with my first
Oh, you got to
world
tighten it
problems
down.
here.
That's why. Here we go. We're better now.
Yeah.
I had a one-on-one. Well, actually, the staff, the analyst team, Chase, Patrick, whoever else is on the call. We met with the CEO and chairman of Briacell.
Briacell.
Now, I know this is public information, so just be clear. I'm not giving you stuff you wouldn't already know if you did your homework on this. Not that I expect you to do any work or not. And the following is full disclosure. We have 855,000 shares, including 55,000 warrants and 830,000 shares of stock. My cost basis is lower, like $8.29 on the shares, and I'm not suggesting you buy them. BCTX, this is for informational purposes only, entertainment. I'm not suggesting you buy it.
No.
I'm suggesting that it has lots of risk, and I don't want you to hold me accountable. I don't manage your money. However, I do handle the money for some other people, specifically me, and the companies I run as the executive chairman.
Yes.
And we have a large position, 6.15%.
Correct.
I found out today BCTX, Briacell, has 3 years worth of money set aside for their study. So they don't need money for 3 years. Not that they'll take money or not take money, but they have a 3-year burn rate available to them. That's great.
Yep.
I also saw the data on their sort of third-line breast cancer drug with Insight. By the way, were you on the call?
No, I never got invited. I don't know what
you
happened.
didn't get invited? I'm so sorry.
It's all right.
I'll get you that presentation. I was impressed, to say the least, with the data. An impressive CEO who came out of GlaxoSmithKline and Insight,
Insight, yep.
who now has a relationship with Insight
Yep.
for their combination drug. And those people who understand biotech, and I know enough about this to be very dangerous, but I know a lot about biotech. So they have a off-the-shelf immunotherapy from an original strain that they use to treat people with breast cancer in late stage, say the third stage, and they're really struggling with it, et cetera. And they've had some great results. And they do these smaller studies. So their available population is about 130,000 patients a year that kind of get to that level 3 where they don't have a lot of options. And they have something that they're working on for prostate, very similar, effectively the same drug, and for melanoma.
Yep.
And for
Liver, right?
No. What's wrong with me? Prostate.
Okay.
Okay. And I was impressed with them. They have a nice pipeline.
Right.
They have $55 million in cash. They have warrants outstanding that publicly trade that if they were to exercise, that'd be another $50 million. They have not calculated the warrants in their cash hoard, so therefore they have the $55 million they have now that is available. And I'm gonna get the CEO on, unlike the Naked Brand CEO. He will come on our show, and I'm gonna get him on the show as an interview and talk about the drugs that he is producing and the place they are in their pipeline. I was really impressed, and I appreciate the doctor and the chairman meeting with us today. We only had an hour. I had other things going on, but I can understand why BCTX is exciting. And they've been grinding that company out from the time it was on the Canadian exchange as a penny stock. They put a lot of their own money, millions of dollars of their own money into the company. And so special thanks to a lot of people who brought me to my attention. Hugh Henning out there. Hugh, if you are watching, appreciate the attention you're putting on it. It is something I'm pretty excited about, and we are a shareholder. Now, if it ran up to $15, $20, would I be a seller? Maybe. Maybe I'd sell a little bit because, obviously, biotechs, you got to take a little bit of money off why people want them.
Sure.
But the market cap there with the 50, so effectively you got $55 million in cash, a $75 million market cap. So you're getting all the drugs for free effectively. And I looked at some private valuations, which put them around $250 million right now in terms of the stages they're at. I'm pretty excited about them. The data's good. What you need to pay attention to in biotech is really how in the case of cancer, are the oncologists, the people involved, are they impressed with it? And what I'm hearing is they are. And this actually got brought to my attention by another young analyst on the East Coast, a young guy who's been around in the market a while, but he was turned on to a big shareholder, and I got the privilege of looking and seeing Mark took a big position.
Yep.
So some smart people are lining up around BCTX, and they don't need to do any kind of draconian financing anymore, so there won't be any of those sort of hedge funds that have warrants in there anymore. They don't need to go after them,
right? As
they got enough data and a nice relationship with Insight. The CEO came from Insight,
right?
So what a coinkydink that he'd partner up with them somehow. So I'm impressed with BCTX. Did I belabor that point that I said I was impressed?
No, but one other thing that is nice from my standpoint is the stock itself. The ticker is very liquid. It trades very well. There's already a lot of eyes on the company, so I always look for that too. So that's just an added bonus. Oftentimes you might see a company that you really like, you might want to build a position in or invest in because you like it, but it's really hard to build a position sometimes because of the way it trades. So this was just a nice welcoming way to accumulate some shares because you like the drugs and you were able to get a position nicely. So yeah, I look forward to finding out what goes on next with BCTX.
Yeah, it's about just a shad about $6 a share. So
yeah, looked like a nice close for it.
Right. I'll actually bring that up on the screen so we can go. Hey, why don't you cover the markets real quick?
I got
what did we do today?
BCTX here if you want.
Oh, let's bring it up.
Yeah, go ahead. Here's the 5-day. Actually, let's look at this daily here. Yeah, 596. What's the 52-week high on this thing? Average volume is over 3 million shares, 90 million market cap. What else do we want to know about this? All the indicators on TradingView indicate strong buy. Those algos, I don't give those much weight. But if you just zoom out a little bit and look at the 6 month, it looks like it had a big gap up there in June. Probably go back and look at probably a data point there that was bullish.
What was the high?
It looks like the 6 month high was 734, according to TradingView's chart. If we look at the all-time high, yeah, it was.
I just got a feeling when I talked to him.
It must have did a reverse.
I don't have any inside information. I want to be clear with everyone. I don't know anything that you couldn't know yourself by looking it up. But I got a feeling by talking to the CEO, the doctor in charge, it really felt like they had good data. And I said I wouldn't be surprised if we woke up one day and they announced great data. I mean, literally, it's really. I know some oncologists that are big fans of it right now, and this is a risk-on moment for me. I put on 855,000 shares. I think it could trade a lot higher. So
yeah,
you got to do your own homework. I would definitely look into this. Be careful. It is a biotech.
Yeah.
But I'm and for full disclosure, I've made it crystal clear we own stock. So I am of course biased now, right?
52-week high, $9.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that's that
Well, I think biotech was ripping back then, right?
for sure. You know how it is. Money
Right. I
rotation.
mean, the 52-week high on Alzheimer's is like 33.
33.
Right?
Yeah.
By the way, I saw Alzheimer's. You can tell, right? You have all these people that were in the founders round 5 years ago, 4 years ago, whatever it was.
Yep.
You can see as they come off of Rule 144, got 10,000 shares, 20,000 shares. You can see them slowly selling a little
They're
bit.
trickling out. Yeah,
Trickling.
they are.
So then we actually went below 4 today.
I saw that.
And I actually bought a little bit at $3.99, just like a tad bit. I put a little order in there. And then it rallied back to 427.
Yep.
What was the volume on
It was
Alzheimer's
decent
today?
volume today. Let's take a look here.
I see biotechs out there that have been around for years. They have like 19,000 shares a day. They barely trade.
Yeah, a million shares.
Alzheimer's doing like 1 million. What's their average volume?
Much bigger than that. 2.3 million.
3 million shares a day.
Yeah, since June 15th.
For an IPO.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty impressed. It's trading this liquid.
Yep.
So it's impressive.
Yeah, that's very impressive.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, if you look at some of these other biotechs, like you said, well, there's a couple that. Did we talk about the other one? The
No, I put it out there.
with a B.
Yeah, I put it out there. BioV.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we bought $5 million worth of BioV. BIVI.
I mean, if you look at BIVI,
I mean, its average daily volume was like 19,000 shares or something, wasn't it?
50,000 shares.
Well, 'cause
That's
yesterday
it.
traded a
yesterday was
lot,
big,
right?
but yeah, before
But
that.
today traded
200,000 shares.
200,000.
Yeah.
Hit 890 opened.
Yep.
Yeah, we bought 625,000 at $8.
Yep.
It was a nice trade. They really priced it down. Think Equity, the underwriter.
Supposed
really
to close
priced it back
tomorrow,
pretty hard.
according to the deal.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we already wired. We're in the
yeah,
deal.
see what
Sure.
happens.
Um,
Big story of the day. We didn't get into the numbers yet, but obviously the big story of the day was the infrastructure passed in the Senate. About 15 or so Senate Republicans went along with all of the Senate Democrats, all 50, and passed that bill in the Senate. 2,600 pages. They probably read. Well, let's just say I'm guessing they didn't read the entire bill. So it'd be almost impossible to read 2,600 pages in that short time frame. But that's an entirely different subject. I won't rant about that. However, it's going back to the House, where Nancy and her crew will put a vote to it.
so it passed in the Senate, but it's not officially passed yet.
It's got to pass in the House, and then
Reconciliation.
and then old Joe has to sign it. Yeah, there's not much there. They could do a little bit of maneuvering in the crypto side. I don't know. As it stands,
How did it pass in the Senate, like in terms of what it's going to do with crypto? Do you know?
It passed so there wasn't going to be any more amendments. The guy from Alabama objected to the amendments that there was 2 teams of senators, and they had come to an agreement where they were going to have a carve out for miners, software developers, stuff like that, so they wouldn't be part of the $30 billion in taxation that people like Warren were looking for. We're going to see what happens in the House, but right now, it's not really good for crypto overall. But let me get an update on that, and I'll give you some information about later on in the show because things are so fluid. Things can change.
I wish I had some bar charts here, but I'd like to go to the chart on my screen real quick for AMC.
I can chart it.
Yeah, Jeff, that's a strong day for FRD. Yeah, I bought a bunch of stock because I got a response I wasn't pleased with. We'll talk about that later. So can you pull up the charter for me, please? Yeah. So AMD, let's just look at today. I'm not going to give you commentary either way because every time I open my mouth, people flip out.
What are you looking
about
for?
nothing.
AMC or AMD?
AMC.
Okay.
Right, sorry. Hey, I apologize real quick. Could you go to Jason real quick?
Take a look at this screen here. I've got it up here. So on TradingView, I got the 6-month AMC.
Hey.
You guys can pull it up here.
Hey, it's me.
Oh, am I not plugged in? Hold on. Bear with us, folks. Oh, you're good. Okay, here we go. So AMC, obviously, the 6-month chart. Todd's thesis is it will go right back down to the. Actually, Todd's thesis is it'll go below the $8. Actually, below $4. In fact, it'll go below $1. Now, Todd's trolling a little bit on that, but as you can see, the 5-day, you can see it gave back pretty much everything from earnings. So I haven't really traded AMC personally at all. Todd has a small short on AMC, kind of just as a marker in the portfolio. He just has, 1,000 shares AMC, nothing big, just having that short, perma short. He doesn't like the business model. So that's basically why he has the short. It's probably going to go, if I had to guess, probably go back down under 10. I'm not rooting against AMC either way, but it's just overvalued in both of our opinions. So here's the 5-day, Todd. As you can see, it gave it all back.
What's over that?
Charles, AMC.
Well,
in our opinion.
What I wanted to talk about, and I apologize, I'm in the middle of a trade, and the trader from New York had to call me. I apologize. We're doing a pricing overnight for a different company. Not VPW, folks. A company uplisting to the NASDAQ. All right, good. Didn't mean to scare anybody. Pre-market, and then they opened it over 36. And this kind of grinded its way down. That's why I want you to pull it up on my screen real quick. And then there's an important interview today with the chairman and CEO on CNBC. He's establishing a 10b5 plan because he's never sold, but all the other officers and directors have sold, right? That I understand. Like some of this, the chief operating officer, the CFO, they've sold stock. This is what I got from CNBC, according to CNBC.
Yeah, Charles Payne had a thing on it too here.
Right. And today, the chairman, who rightfully so deserves to be able to sell some, diversified, he said he's going to put a 10b5 in plan so he could sell a little bit of stock. But the reality is you should listen to Jim Chanos today about it and form your own point of view. Jim Chanos, the famous short seller, he owns puts in it, and he was very clear that even at pre-pandemic levels in 2019, if they were doing $600 million a year of EBITDA, they'd still be losing $100 million a quarter plus $100 million of depreciation.
Yeah.
So to me, this is a pretty big reversal from 36 down to 31.75. However, it's a meme stock, and that doesn't mean anything.
I mean, 20% swings are nothing.
It means nothing.
Yeah.
If I were looking at traditional signs, this would make me nervous. But traditional signs don't matter right now.
They don't.
So what does it mean, right?
What does it mean?
It's really hard for me to tell you. Todd, honest question, why does AMC keep bouncing back just as short as Fiduciary? Here's my problem is I don't actually know, and I can't tell that there's actually a large short position here. I don't know that there's a gigantic short position in AMC. And so I don't know that this meets the same criteria that you had with GameStop, where it was kind of overly shorted, and as it rallied, more people bailed in, and they didn't know the meme wave, the meme revolution was coming. And so I don't think people are as stupid to be short this stock.
Short interest picked up since the earnings report, but before that it was very mellow, actually.
Right.
Yeah, very
So
mellow.
my concern is that you don't have the short interest desire that people had before. I don't think that people are heavily wanting to be short this name because they could get their head cut off.
For sure.
This is my thoughts on AMC.
I think some of the meme power has gone to. I think a lot of people are focusing their attention to Robinhood.
What did he say here? He also placed a rule that they all have to own 8 years worth of stock of their salary.
For who?
I guess for the employees, the executives.
Okay.
I don't quite exactly know what that means. Listen, I'm not commentating much on AMC. I'm just saying, to me, if I were following traditional trading, it looked like to me a little bit of a reversal. Larry Rose. Todd, when you say you own shares in BCTX and others, does this mean personally, or are you referring to the... Okay, listen.
This guy.
Larry.
Think you
Absolutely nothing personal. Look at the filings, my friend. But let me save you the trouble. We filed a 13D where a subsidiary of DPW owns the stock. I trade, and invest for the lender. And the lender has filed at this point like 10 13D filings for the last 8 months. So, Larry, I apologize for being a little cynical, but I disclose this really clearly on the filings. Like, I don't hide any. There's no hidden weenie here. No, there's no rabbit underneath my hat. I am in the light of day, right? I see all these crazy things people say. Todd's selling overseas, and believe me, as everybody knows, they're up my butt all the time. And trust me, there's nothing, no good butt goes unturned, as they say, right?
That's right.
They probably don't say that, but Larry, I trade and invest and lend for the company that I, through my holding company, Ault & Company, am the largest shareholder of, and that is Ault Global, or the symbol DPW. So, Larry, I hope that answers your question. Now, do I occasionally trade for my own account? I do occasionally. It's difficult because my bias and my responsibilities are to DPW, Ault Global, and its subsidiaries. So it's difficult for me to have conflicts there. It's not easy to do that. No, Larry, I apologize. Did I sound disrespectful? No, I just know you've asked before. I apologize. Not your fault. I didn't mean to say you. So now I'm giving him the wrong impression.
No.
Larry, I apologize. That reference to you was a reference to everybody, not you, Larry. Like, you need to look it up. I've had this question before, and I apologize. So yes, the answer is generally when we talk about things, we are trading the money that belongs to Digital Power Lending, or something that DPW has a pecuniary interest in. So, most of the trading, and I can't say, you can never say all, but let's say vast majority of it, with my fiduciary duty, goes to benefit DPW and its shareholders. So I apologize, Larry, if I were taking that on you. That wasn't my intention. So let's move on from that. Larry says we're all good. Good.
Nice.
All right. We want to answer some questions today, Jason. But did you actually? I apologize. Did you cover the market?
No, not at all.
Okay, let's cover the market real quick.
Not at all. The infrastructure bill passed in the Senate. It's pretty much a formality to go through and have Biden sign it, put it on his desk. The Dow was actually up 164 today, based on that information, but the NASDAQ was down 72, 14,788. The Dow, by the way, 35,264, and the S&P was up 4, 44,36. We saw a lot of infrastructure tickers. Some of it was already baked in, but others moved nicely, like U.S. Steel, ticker symbol X, IEA, infrastructure, SNMP, FCX, a copper play, FRD, a steel play.
Sure.
Stuff of that nature had very
nice For full
nice
disclosure,
days.
though, we owned Freeport.
Yep.
Coming into today.
Yes.
And we are long, of course,
FRD.
And we have a 13D. Hey, Larry, we have a 13D filing where we own a large percentage. I think we are the largest single shareholder of the steel company that is FRD, Frank Robert Dog, on the American Stock Exchange, I believe.
Yes.
We are the largest shareholder of that company, and we are the largest shareholder of HUSA, HUSA. That is definitely owned by DPW subsidiary.
Oil was up today.
Yeah, for sure.
So back to the indicators. Bitcoin 45.5, holding 45 nicely. We'll find out more about the infrastructure. Go ahead.
I've got to tell you something, and I hope that we can, all the editors I have out there, it's a live show. I hope we can compartmentalize what I'm about to say to you, okay? All right, so red pill, blue pill, whatever you think about crypto, what happened with the debate in the infrastructure bill about taxing crypto? You could deduce, and one would, that the senators effectively were saying, hey, the government's going to get involved here. We're going to tax crypto. Oh, by the way, that more and more legitimizes Bitcoin.
True.
Thoughts there?
No, it's
I actually think they don't realize, or maybe they do, it's an indirect validation that the U.S. government believes Bitcoin's here to stay, and we're going to build a tax base around it. Now, granted, I don't understand, for full disclosure, and feel free to tell me if you guys know this, because I don't, but it does appear that they're going to do something around crypto. I don't know what they're doing.
Well, and then today, timing. So a DeFi platform was hacked today, Poly Network. 600 million potentially lost, in mostly Ethereum. So, I mean, of course they're going to try to want to regulate this, tax it. But that was actually, it looks like crypto, it was on the Binance. Assets of around 600 million transferred to hackers' Ethereum address. So that was pretty interesting today.
They hacked, who they hacked? Binance?
We're sorry to announce that Poly Network was attacked on Binance chain. And then they added, Poly Network tweeted this. It's on my screen if you want to look at it.
Let's pull it up. That's terrible.
DeFi platform Poly Network hacked, over 600 million potentially lost. So it looks like crypto prices dipped modestly following news. Cross-chain protocol Poly was hacked. In the same Twitter thread, Poly, we call on miners of affected blockchain and crypto exchanges to blacklist tokens coming from the above addresses. So they have the chain of transactions. Now they're trying to stop the hackers from utilizing the hacked coins, is what's happening. So
that's an interesting thought.
On the
didn't
blockchain,
wow.
yeah.
That actually may make it more secure eventually, where you could block something that was hacked.
correct.
So therefore, actually, the anonymity of it actually is not as anonymous as you think.
No, you can track the ledger. You'll see what hackers will do now. They'll go to like a Silk Road type of location to try to offload. There might be some opportunities for them in like Venezuela, stuff like that. So it's just a cat and mouse game. You ever play whack-a-mole at the fair, where you go and you try to, the thing pops up,
right.
and you're trying to keep up with it, and they just keep popping up.
Right.
Same thing.
But what does that mean? It's on the Binance platform.
It looks like it was on the actual. It was their account on Binance. So it looks like the assets were stolen. 273 million of Ethereum tokens, 253 million in tokens on Binance Smart Chain, and 85 million in USDC. So that was on Polygon Network. So it looks like there was a bunch of different tokens stolen. Some Ethereum, some USDC, and some on Binance Smart Chain. So it looks like Poly is a multi-chain protocol used by many projects. So the full extent of the damage may not be identified. There could be more.
That's terrible.
Yep. And this guy from Binance is already having trouble too.
What are you thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him yesterday, by the way.
Yeah.
Because he lost one of his compliance guys.
Right. It looks like they already froze some of this tether too. So this is an ongoing battle right now.
Huh. Wow. Hey, Josh, can we go to the comment section real quick? Because I want to follow up on a lot of people. One of the things I want to follow up, we're going to have Randy follow up today. Randy wants to be clear that he believes he sent everyone's shirts out. And if we haven't got to them, we want to make sure that we take care of that. Randy made it very clear to me yesterday that he has delivered to everyone he's been asked to deliver on. So we're going to make sure we double check and get everyone taken care of. Drunk Tehran,
Nice.
Hut, let's see here. Larry Rose, we're all good. Hey, Mr. Skylight, cheers back. Welcome back. Thank you. Boilermaker Bumpy.
That's a new name.
Roland, yep, risk on. Listen, Roland, FRD is a little bit my issue because I was a buyer. Yeah, we're still long NAC. Did someone have something to say about NAC? Because it was down 3 cents today. Did NAC do a financing or something?
They had an ATM, small.
They have a small ATM?
Yeah.
For how much?
It's probably done now. Nothing, like 5 million.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They can't do much down there. They're waiting
we're
on
long
the
NAC.
appeal.
There's not much they can do here.
They're waiting on the
AMC
appeal.
buy and hold. DPW buy and hold. This is Joshua Klein. Randy got me my shirt. Thanks, Randy. That's DRDP29. Ravi Red Pill. Attention, SMID for Papa's driving. Tyler. The form was filled out multiple times, still no merch. Okay, we'll figure that out. I don't know where that form's going, but a lot of people are getting it, so maybe something's slipping through the cracks we don't understand. Maybe, right? So you want me to put up the link? Should I put up the link about Chanos? I saw the full interview with Chanos. I have a CNBC Pro, so I was able to see the full interview. Let me actually pull it up real quickly here. Hope this doesn't cause a problem for us, but it probably sometimes does. But I don't know right now. I don't care.
While you're talking, oil did go up $2 today, 68.42. Gold was up $3. Silver up 5 cents. Silver and gold have been pounded down. Paper shorts destroying silver and gold, hence affecting our ticker AG symbol that we are long in. Copper up 6 cents, $4.35. Of course, we didn't cover one of the main things that happened today. Andrew Cuomo resigned, governor of New York.
We're going to get to that. Let me play this real quickly for you. Can we bring this up on the screen? I'm going to see if I can get the audio to work. Okay. T-Mobile. Well, advertising for you, T-Mobile.
T-Mobile has plans built just for
Are you really serious? The ad, you have to wait for 23 seconds? Come on. Hey, I heard Billions is going to be on in September again. You ever seen the episode Billions?
Yeah, for sure.
I've watched every episode. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it.
Watched every episode of what?
Billions.
Hey, we're gonna have a guest on today
I've
too.
heard that's good.
It is good, dude. It's. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
About AMC after reported second quarter results last night, and other meme stocks, and so much more is Jim Chanos. He is president and founder of Kinnikos Associates. And Jim, it's great to have you on the program. You have been watching this meme stock phenomenon.
This will be 5 minutes of our life
for quite some time now. I think somewhat baffled, as I have been, but I'm curious how you see the earnings report that we just saw from AMC last night, and the support that AMC seems to be getting from its retail shareholder base.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me, Andrew. It's good to be back. Yeah, well, of course, the retail base is crucial to all the meme stocks, and particularly AMC. And the CEO, who I think is coming on within the hour on one of your other shows, played that up last night on the call, as he probably should. The problem, of course, is that everybody is looking at this versus last year and versus the street's expectations more recently. But, of course, is in any of these sort of reopening stocks, you really have to kind of compare them to 2019, pre-pandemic. And in that case, AMC's revenues were down 70% in the second quarter versus second quarter 2019. Their ticket sales were down 75%. And to put that in perspective, if you look at it versus another reopening play that we know something about, Planet Fitness, which is, gyms have had their own issues, as have movie theaters.
It's up, though.
Planet Fitness reported yesterday, and their revenues were down 25% versus the second quarter of 2019. And that's a little bit more representative of a lot of the reopening
I probably should go to Planet Fitness.
Plays that we're seeing. So
I need a little
something
fitness
else
in my
is
life.
happening in movie theaters. And I think, as probably others have pointed out to you, what has changed is, of course, the difference in streaming by the studios. And the fact that some of the major studios now are releasing blockbuster movies to home view at the exact same time they're putting them in the theaters. And that's something that's changed.
So, Jim, though, when you think about the fact that Adam Aron says, look, we have $2 billion of liquidity. I think they have about $813 million of cash on hand. And he says it's possible that they could reach profitability by the end of this year. That assumes, though, that the box office total reaches a little over $5 billion. Is that a realistic possibility?
I don't know about that.
Yeah, well, let's put expectations into sort of perspective here. At the beginning of this year, when AMC stock was trading at $2, the expectations for revenues for AMC were $3.5 billion this year. Today, those same Wall Street expectations for this year are $2.4 billion. On January 1st, the company was supposed to be ebitda positive for the year to the tune of about $50 million. That estimate is now negative $500 million. And then adjusted net income, which benefits obviously from the increased share count, I should note, was supposed to be almost $800 million in the red on January 1st for the company. It's now supposed to be negative 1.5 billion in the red. So, I mean, the reality is things have gotten worse at this company from the depths of the pandemic on January 1st. And so clearly, again, something has changed, I think, and that change is screaming. We'll see. The latest box office numbers have been running down anywhere from 50 to 70% this summer from 2019's level. The U.S. box office was about $11 billion in 2019, and AMC had about a 45% market share. They did about $5 billion in revenues. So you can kind of run through the numbers. If they are running down 50 to 60%, they're going to be doing somewhere around $2.5 billion, possibly even less in revenues on a run rate basis. And there's just no way they can be profitable. They have interest expense of almost $100 million a quarter and depreciation and amortization of $100 million. At their peak year 2019, they did $660 million in EBITDA. If they got back to that, Melissa, they would be losing almost $200 million a year.
Okay, so why did I want to play that for you? Because I didn't know if you'd see it.
Did you know
and
residue on your dishes?
Listen, Chanos is a smart guy. That doesn't mean he's going to be right. He wasn't short GameStop. He only owns puts on AMC because he's not stupid enough to buy a short the stock. So I've said enough about AMC. I am concerned. That doesn't mean the memers, the apes won't go crazy and do something. But I don't know that they have the short position in there big enough. I mean, I just don't know that AMC is shorted in the same way that GameStop is. It doesn't seem to me to be the same animal. Any thoughts?
I think they're focusing on other tickers. I think they're focusing more on Hood, HOOD, and Naked, NAKD. And our next guest, actually, we're bringing on the show, knows a little bit about NAKD. It's good to be King coming on the show today.
Where is he?
He's always in the chat. I think he's probably going to be on the show.
He's going to show his face?
Next minute or so.
Wow.
There he is.
Oh, it's good to be the King is a young guy?
King.
Motherfucker. You know what? I thought he was some old dude. He was talking like an old man. This guy's a young dude.
Hey, he's a good
What
joke.
the hell?
Really watched the thank you video.
What'd you say?
The 100th anniversary. Somebody didn't watch the video.
No. I watched it. Wait a second. Hold on a second. Did you do the yoga?
No, I held up the Mel Brooks.
Oh, yeah. About Mel Brooks. That's kind
I'm
of
100.
What?
I'm 100.
I know, but that's kind of an older crowd thing, right? That's kind of my generation, right? Or a little older, right?
Your grandparents.
Exactly.
What's going on, man?
Are you a Vegas guy?
He's in L.A., I think.
Are you an LA?
What?
Are you a Vegas guy or LA guy?
No, I'm in LA.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hold on, let me change my audio. I can't really hear you guys. One sec.
No worries. So
With all that stuff in the background, he looks like a movie producer.
we're gonna. Well, I'll let him get into that. If whatever he wants to cover.
No, it's good to be the King is all we're allowed to say, right?
We can call.
He's
You
in.
can call me by my name. I just there's a couple things I'm in the process of selling, and I don't.
No,
want my
we
last
get
name
it.
typed
No,
in
we'll
wrong.
keep you. We'll keep you. It's good to be the King.
We got it.
We're okay with anonymous.
Yeah,
or
no worries.
Autonomous or whatever.
So King and I were talking last night on the old Telegram. We started talking about a bunch of different topics.
Right.
We were talking about our political belief system. We took a test. He saw where I stood. I saw where he stood. So we kind of laughed about that a little bit.
I don't understand. With your political test, Jason was so far to the right that the thing broke. The little needle broke.
One would think that, right?
Right.
But actually, I'm really
They played
close.
to China.
Pretty close to the center, but I'm just more libertarian.
Right.
Yeah. Actually, I got that from Phil Mansour.
Oh, really? He
Yeah,
provided to
we
you?
were actually really close politically, believe it or not.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, I had a few guys take the test on Telegram. That was kind of fun. Then we started talking a little bit about Naked. So
Looks
I kind
like
of
he's got some Sinatra back there.
yeah,
too.
he's I want him to talk a little bit about Naked because we want to pick up a little bit where we left off yesterday. And I think he has some stuff that he wants to talk about regarding short positions, some dark pool stuff, overall potential acquisitions, what Justin's doing in New York City. King, you want to talk about that a little bit?
Well, I mean, I'm no financial advisor, and if you think I am, you should be in a conservatorship. Look, I mean, Jordan did a great job yesterday. I personally am not afraid of, I've said far worse things on the internet to get in trouble. So this thing is so synthetically shorted. It is grotesque. I mean, I'm a little pissed because I bought it for 55.90 or something today, but I'm now at like 240,000 shares. So it's like, this feels like one of those once in a lifetime. Really, I want to know, am I getting a ghost or a phantom? That's what it comes down to.
Nice.
Wow.
No, I mean, and Todd, I know people will get mad at me if I don't ask this question. I don't particularly care, but you still have the how many million? The 43 million shares?
So what I would encourage you to do is follow the filings. I'm not allowed to talk about that specific trade, but I am long that in our account for digital power lending. I'm not able. Look at the disclosures on Monday. Look at the disclosures from the first quarter. I appreciate that everyone wants to know that. But in the world of synthetics, it's good to be the king. I would say that I'm aware of the synthetic part of that universe, and I was accommodating a transaction. So read between the lines, my friend.
Well, thank you.
But I want to be clear,
Thank you.
just to be very clear, Jason and I own the stock in the account right now. And in fact, I have no problem even right now because I looked it's below 55. I have no problem right now going and acquiring more.
We've never shorted that.
Zero.
Let me be that clear here. I will buy another. Let's see here. Let's see. I'll buy another 100,000.
At zero, please.
Todd buys. Look, somebody DRDP said Todd buy another 100K.
I'll buy another 100,000. Here is on the screen. It's turned on. You can see it right here.
You're gonna get filled after hours on 100K.
I don't know.
No, because they're slowing them down.
Oh, I'm with you.
And Stein
Yeah,
election.
I put 100,000 to buy at 54.20, and they filled me on 441 at 54.08, and apparently I'm the bid now for 99,500.
Oh my God!
shares.
Look at that. Can you see it on my? Hold on.
Yeah, I'm the bid.
Which camera can I use? This main one.
Be in focus. Just hold it up. Put it on 8.
Honest. Don't do anything.
You're showing your age. Move to your right. A little down. There you go.
You got it? Okay, hold on.
Look at that bid.
I'm going to move my bid a little bit. Hold on.
99 and change.
Hold on. I'm going to move my bid.
There it goes.
Now, see, yeah, it's not filling me. I got a little bit at 54.40 now. I'm a buyer. I think Justin's going to do something with the company. But I'm not giving you commentary on what I think long-term it's going to be worth because I don't know what he's going to acquire. I don't know what the share count's going to look like. Is there going to be a reverse? But he's got a lot of cash and he's got the money in his pocket. I'm sure it's burning a hole for him to buy something that is game-chasing. What I know about him is that he wanted to raise a lot of capital to make a major acquisition. And as I said yesterday to Jordan, I see this company, and I did not know, by the way, it was below 55 today or what about more. I was not paying attention.
Yeah.
So just to be clear, all those people who are going to watch me and say, oh, he bought it online, I wanted to buy below 55. So when It's Good to Be the King brought it up to me, I said, oh, wait, there it is. I'll buy some. So I did not put an order in, but now I did. But getting back to what I was saying, I think it's a SPAC. It's an online e-commerce SPAC that he's created with a ton of capital.
Yeah, for
Look,
sure.
I dumped Apple, and you know the California cap gains. So I dumped a lot of Apple to put it in this because there's no sure things in life, but this feels just about as close as one could be to quite a high multiple.
Well, I mean, I guess the thing that would be non-sure was how does the market feel about what he'd be buying, right? I mean, is he a good steward of the capital to buy something that matters and that's going to add value long term, and that that people want to go public through this listing? Because what I suspect is that it's a listed company on the NASDAQ, and it's a major acquisition he's going to spend.
Yeah.
So it's almost to affect some sort of reverse merger into something major. Hey, I'm getting filled now. I just got filled on 50,000 shares.
But
Wow.
in the short term, it doesn't even matter because the Army owns like 3 times the float.
Really?
I've seen that. Yeah, he sent me those numbers. The Army put together a summation of it all, and it's
It's absolutely mind-blowingly stupid ridiculous.
What do you think about? Hey, I asked you this on Telegram, but it got to be late. What do you think about the organic plan to raise this thing over the dollar threshold? I mean, there's something. How long do they have an extension, right? Can you walk me through that?
You guys are the only people who I've heard it from. I mean, I'm in the Telegram group, but I'm not one of the, for lack of a better word, sycophants.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get in trouble for that one. But I mean, you guys were the first people who said that because it was just being under $1, it got the extra 6 months to.
Yeah.
So what I was told was that because they were under $1 but met all the other criteria, they actually would have up to a year.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
I will do this. I will go get clarity again to double check that. But my understanding is they have 6 months with an automatic 6 month extension to a year because they meet the capital requirements, the net equity. What they don't meet is the actual dollar threshold.
Yep.
Right. And so I was told that they have a waiver for a year. Now, could I be wrong? Possible. Don't think so. Because the person that told me this is incredibly smart and knows the company really well, and is involved in investing in the business. So I will definitely find out the scenario there for sure.
Now, I mean,
Well,
go ahead, King.
I was just gonna say the other thing that's absolutely crazy is as Jordan Rippendip pointed out a couple days ago, and he said it kind of funny that these it's legitimate propaganda, Investor Place, Market Watch, or whatever, and he called it intraday news trading because it's only naked every single article. Maybe it's a buy, but it's not a buy, and then they list 10 other penny stocks to try and get you out of it, and then it's a total sell. You're going to lose all your money. Like these people are freaking out.
I see it. Investor Place. Why? Here's why investors should still avoid Naked Brand Group. And then, of course, yesterday, it's like the 7 newest meme stocks grabbing retail.
Well, yeah, they're
investor
definitely ticker tagging it,
Yeah.
and then getting you to write a native ad for something else,
Right.
right?
Yep.
Right, and that happens all the time. And so because it's so widely played and traded, they want to ticker tag their stock,
Yep.
so they can kind of get on that bandwagon. People do that to DPW all
For
the
sure.
time. I read stuff that says, learn why DPW is doing this. I'm like, I read it. I'm like, what the hell? It doesn't even make any sense.
That gimmick, Warren Buffett HQ or whatever, on Twitter. That guy.
Learn why the Sage of Omaha is buying this stock, and then it happens all the time.
Crazy stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Wait, so I had a couple things here. A couple months ago, I think I've dispelled now the rumor of half man, half troll, Jason.
Yeah.
So thank you for that one. You've been an enormous help. In-N-Out, far better than Shake Shack. Just had to throw that out there.
Thank you.
Agree.
Although the Chicken Shack is ridiculously good.
Oh, I
Is
haven't
it?
tried that one.
I haven't tried.
I
it.
haven't
Oh,
tried it.
yeah.
I've had is it just the double shack burger?
No,
No, is
No,
it called
it's
the,
chicken.
literally
Chicken
chicken.
Shack.
no, but there's a double shack burger.
The double shack we
Yeah,
had.
but I
Okay, let
think
me
that's just a
let me
double
explain something to you.
patty.
I had a double shack burger in the airport
Yeah.
in Utah.
Yeah.
That was oh my God, was it good? Not been able to repeat that at other Shake
We
Shacks.
tried it in Phoenix.
We did. And the difference here is that with In-N-Out Burger, it's the same at every In-N-Out Burger.
Yeah.
Every time.
Got a 40-minute wait.
Yeah. Thank you for
the-
waiting, by the way.
What do you think?
The Shake Shack at Terminal 2 at LAX, it's dangerous. Dangerous. As you start throwing those things down, you get on a plane.
Oh yeah, boy. You're stuck for a while.
Wait, I got other random crap. I'll be quick. Skyla, if you can't get Fiji, you can get it. Get a subscription on the website. It's at a discount. They send it by the case every week.
By the way, I've seen that, by the way.
I have seen
The
that.
Fiji,
Diana was actually
I
telling
one
me
time on
about that.
Instagram, Skyla, I was interested and it keeps trolling me. Hey,
Oh, yeah.
have you bought your
Even
water
if you
yet?
talk about something, it adds.
No, I mean this case though, I filled out something on Fiji to find out what it cost, and they've been
Now
trolling me
they'll
ever
never
since.
leave you alone.
For sure.
Never.
What else? I feel like I just got to air some grievances here. Jason, I love your Chuck Todd hairdo.
Chuck Todd. Yeah.
You're not fooling anyone. Marshall's still alive, yes?
Yeah, Marshall's a great guy. Listen, he's really hardcore into training real estate professionals, and he has a big exposure in New York, and so it's hard to have him back and forth and down in Arizona. And so Marshall, 100% is still alive.
Yeah. Is the risk on conference? Well, this joke doesn't work anymore because the infrastructure passed today. But I said this yesterday. Is risk on conference like infrastructure week? Are we going to just keep saying it and it's going to?
No, risk. We actually got the dates yesterday from the event coordinator, and believe it or not, the head of media for the company is here today and yesterday. I had dinner with him last night. We're actually meeting tonight to see if those dates work.
Yep.
And if they do, we're going to lock it in at a nice hotel here in Las Vegas.
Oh yeah, we didn't reveal the hotel.
Oh yeah, we haven't revealed the hotel
right.
yet. Well, because people troll me, I'm not going to tell them what hotel it is until I've got that contract signed. Because you know what happened with the NASDAQ thing? When I went on the NASDAQ, people trolled me and they just did all kinds of terrible things.
Yeah.
Like, I got some haters out there. As you know, it's good to be the king. I have some haters, and so they tend to try to troll me a little bit. What's okay,
Well, just don't play Nickelback at the conference, please.
Oh, come on, man.
You lost a little street cred yesterday. I gotta say, like in Nickelback,
Nobody
it's in
likes
my bar
it. See
mitzvah
this?
video.
See this?
I won't even watch my bar mitzvah video because there's a Nickelback song. In it.
Nobody likes them. Wow.
It's just unpopular.
Will the
to
king
like
be
them.
Will the king be present in Vegas in October?
I said I'd get on a jet suite and come into the studio when you asked last night.
Nice.
Shit, let's go. All right.
Nice. JSX, baby.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, it's sort of
For
run
sure.
downhill.
For sure. Hey, where in Los Angeles are you?
I'm one block. Whoa, I'm not saying that. I am Sunset and San Vicente.
Oh, love it. I love it.
You know that?
No, I'm trying to think if Vulture Sante is still there.
Where?
Well, you're at Sunset in San Vicente.
I'm like a block above Tower Records, or the Tower Records empty building.
Okay, because I used to live on Ocean and Montana, and San Vicente was. Yeah, and San Vicente was.
South San Vicente, the other one.
Right. San Vicente and Santa Monica. And I'm fond of a lot of restaurants on San Vicente. If you don't mind terrible.
What is this?
What?
A lot of
I'm
good
just reading
Persian spots.
If you don't mind terrible parking, you're good there.
Right.
But where he's located at isn't too far from Chateau. There's so much stuff up there. Oh my God, dude.
The Chateau's the 3-block.
No,
I actually got food poisoning there at the Amazon party for.
The last time I was at the Chateau Marmar, I was partying with the guy from what's that thing called? Girls Gone Wild.
Oh yeah. What happened to that guy?
What's that guy's name?
Damn it.
He owned Girls Gone Wild. He did all.
He got sued a bunch. I don't know where
I
he
mean,
is.
everyone sued him. I mean, he's like.
Was that the guy in the wheelchair who just died?
No, he wasn't in a wheelchair.
No, that's the hustler, dude. That's Larry Flint.
Larry Flint, right?
Girls Gone Wild was like a young guy. He was having a party at Chateau. He was crazy.
You got like neighbors, King. Who's here? Rod Wilson's by you. Double Trouble.
Is it
Yay.
Joe Francis?
Yeah.
Double
Joe
Trouble's.
Francis.
Wait,
Is that who you're talking about?
no, Double Trouble's in Orange County.
He said he's in Beverly Hills.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
I love it up there. I used to go up there every week, every Saturday after I saw my shrink, because I see her in the morning.
You
And-
only once a week?
I only saw my shrink. I still only see my shrink once a week. I would go see her on Bedford, and then I would go over to Nate and Al's and have breakfast.
And it's been saved. Nate Nals has been saved.
You're lying. Are you serious?
No, Nate Nals. It's Katzenberg bought it. Katzenberg and a couple others.
Oh my God!
saved
I
it.
met Jeffrey Katzenberg and Meg Whitman at breakfast when they were forming that whole. What was that Quibi
Quibi?
thing that did like? Oh my God! Nate Now's.
Yeah, that was Quibi is still a punchline, except no one even remembers.
Nate Now's is a great place, and my friend and I, Eric, used to have breakfast there every Saturday. I've taken my kids there. I know all of them. People were trying to rescue that place. They were going to turn it into an Apple store.
Well, they were going to move it next to Wally's.
That's what I heard.
Around the other street, but it's just.
I'm just going to go through a little short laundry list here. So I sit outside at Nate Now's on Saturdays. Let me stay open for a minute. I stay outside every Saturday there for a long time. And I literally would sit with Julie Chen, Les Moonves, Henry Winkler, the guy who was on Third Rock from the Sun, John Lithgow.
Yep.
I spent time had breakfast with John Voight, Cindy Crawford, and her husband. That skinny ass dude? What's his name?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the list is a mile long. Mila Kunis, all this. That place is like the most happening place for breakfast ever. And I love that. You're bringing back. He, by the way, he lives in a great area. If you like that kind of thing, which leads me to believe that he's got to be like a writer or something, because that area is all the eclectic, smart artists that make a lot of money and want to give all their money to the state of California. So they stay there and they pay like $8 million. His house, I bet you, is like, I'm not joking. His house is probably like 1,400 square feet, and it's $8 million. And I'm not kidding around. But you know,
No. There's a few more square feet than that.
yeah, but they're so expensive. You cannot believe the price. You would shit if you knew the price of these houses. They're cute cottages, and they're cute, stuffed away in the hills.
Right.
But you got to decide you want that lifestyle and live there. But there's great places there. I mean,
Oh, when you say lifestyle, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Just because it's technically West Hollywood does not that there's anything wrong with
no,
that.
I don't mean that lifestyle. That's a personal choice. I'm talking about like the culture that is California. So I grew up in California, 46 years of being there, and people ask me if I miss it. I don't miss it, but in talking to him, I do miss parts of that. I mean, Boa's there. There's just a great. There's just great hotel. It's just a great place. It is.
Yeah.
And
there's only two coasts. I mean, to do what I.
Exactly. Hey, well, we're so appreciative that you've been on the show. We'll definitely have you back again. I have to jump in less than 4 minutes. Is there anything you want to wrap up with or talk about, or you want to hit me with a couple questions that people have been wanting you to ask me?
I think people just I think that what everybody has said, and we are all very appreciative of the large stake you have in this thing. Just please set your sights a little higher than $1.
I actually think if he makes the right acquisition, I could see like $2 to $3 a share under certain scenarios, but I don't know who he's going to buy. I'm purely speculating.
I think our point is just that's in a world where things make sense.
Right. Well, they have a pretty feverish. The Naked Army, I'm impressed with.
Hey,
I'm actually more impressed with them than I am anybody else.
For sure.
3 times the float.
I know.
They're committed, man.
If it's 700 million times $3, that's
2.1 billion.
Yeah.
And actually, listen, I want to cover this because let's stay on this topic.
Yeah.
Yesterday, when we talked to was it Joseph or Jordan?
Jordan.
We talked to Jordan. What's it? Rippin' Dippin'?
Yeah.
Right.
He
actually said some numbers to me, and I thought, come on, dude, you're a little crazy.
Right.
A little bit I said that. And last night I went and did the math and thought, actually, if you're going to buy a big enough e-commerce play, I could see his point. Like,
Yes.
if you're going to buy a big enough company, how big could that be? What that carried interest would be? And I'm sure that's what Jordan, not Jordan, but the guy who runs the place is trying to figure out. What's he going to acquire that's going to add that much value relative to the cash he has? Mm-hmm. That's the big question.
The thing that everybody in the group is speculating about, with obviously zero evidence of anything to back it up, is to make it into a digital, like an e-marketplace, like a digital shopping mall. And then that would compete with Amazon because they lose all their money on the retailers on the Amazon markup, the cut they take.
That'd be a pretty broad business model. I don't know.
Well, the thing that Shopify has built, I mean, that's a big question here.
Yeah.
They built in the tools to compete with there, but it's hard. It's just the idea of how long Amazon's been building this infrastructure. But you know what? I guess probably his argument is like this is the same argument with Wish.
Yeah.
Right? Is that people want a competitor to Amazon?
True. I don't know.
What's your
Amazon's a Death
speculation here?
Star.
What does he do? Ends up doing?
What does he have? 300 million cash?
I think he has more than that.
How much does he have, King?
I thought it was 250, then I heard 300.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
none of it's on paper.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know how he's going to deploy that capital because you can't go after targets like VSCO. It's just too big. I mean, I don't know.
But he could do a reverse with someone and deliver the cash.
Yeah, he could do that. I mean, he could make an acquisition and end up doing a reverse in the stock anyway. The float. What if he did?
No, you're confusing reverse. I'm saying
reverse merger.
He reverse merges into something with the cash that's
Okay.
bigger.
Okay.
And you all of a sudden go from this play to a couple $1 billion play.
Okay.
Because you got scale, right?
Makes sense.
Someone that wants to go public. That's why I keep trying to say he's like a SPAC.
Yep, that makes sense.
Right.
But he doesn't need our approval for anything.
Yeah.
A
lot of retail
He doesn't
shareholders.
need the same
Well-
type of approval. He would need NASDAQ approval to approve the reverse. I'm involved in one of these, like right now, I'm involved in NETE, Net Element, and they're buying Mullen, and they required shareholder approval. I think that vote's coming up in the middle of or end of the month. But I think it's a little bit more smoother than maybe a I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure he knows that people are anxious to know what he's going to do.
I mean, he's been in New York for what, a month?
Yeah, he's been there for quite some time. Hey guys, this has been Risk On, and unfortunately for me, I would love to stay on a little longer. It's good to be the king. We appreciate you being here. Skyla, thank you so much. Welcome back, Nick, Brett. We didn't get to Randy. I apologize, guys, but I have a critical call that I got to make that is at 2:15. So we'll get to Randy tomorrow. But this was fun, and by the way, it's good to be the king. We're going to want you to come back again, okay? Thank you so much for joining us. Thanks
brother.
everybody. It is August 8th, 2021. This has been Risk On. Thank you so much. Naked Army, we appreciate the support. You guys are very dedicated to Naked Brands, and I am a shareholder for sure. We will talk to you tomorrow. Take care.